welcome back to another video, and today it is the return of OMG Mondays. So yeah, I took a little bit of a break from them because, I don't know, I really enjoyed them, but I also got a little bored, and I was like pretty busy, so I was like, I'd rather do like other videos, because like finding these stories and finding the ones that I actually enjoy takes a little bit, and I'd rather not like take that time out of my day. I'd rather do something else or do a kind of an easier video. But yeah, so I picked out a couple stories. I don't think I'm gonna get through all of them today. I think I want to do it like just nice, easy, and simple. So today we're just gonna be doing just some regular Am I the A-hole stories, and yeah, so without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Alright, so I have like 4 stories, but maybe we'll probably just get to like 3 of them, and I'll save another one for later. Alright, so let's do this one. So this one says, Am I the a-hole? I removed people's personal belongings, in quotes, and in parentheses it says hotel pool towels at a resort that were left unattended on a cabana by the pool for over 2 hours. Alright, the first initial thoughts. I would say no, because like it is like pretty like I think it's like an unspoken rule is that if there's like towels that are left there for a really long time, that means no one, like, it's safe to assume no one's coming back. Like, and even workers, like when I went to Cabo, there was like a sign that's like towels left unattended for a certain amount of time will be taken and will be put away, to kind of prevent like people like taking like seats and not even using them and trying to save seats like for the entire day. So yeah, so let's actually read the story. So in Jamaica at a resort, I'm laying in a cabana with my son by the pool, was approached aggressively by a gentleman, Jim, saying that he had reserved this cabana by the pool for him and his wife. I calmly asked him if he had reserved this cabana with the front desk. Jim claims that he doesn't have to, and that his 2-note pool towels in the cabana was his reservation. I kindly referred him to the clear signage all over the pool area that you're not allowed to reserve the cabanas and sun loungers with your personal items, and that unattended items will be removed. He asked who removed them. I said I did once I saw that no one had sat in or used this cabana for over 2 hours. Jim gets all huffy and he tells me I need to leave. I again calmly tell him I will not be leaving this cabana as I am here and using it, and him reserving it with some pool towels was not allowed as per hotel policy. If he would like me to remove myself and my belongings, he can plead his case to the hotel staff and see what they have to say about it. He called me an effing a-hole in front of my 5-year-old and stormed off. I don't feel particularly great about this whole ordeal, but am I the a-hole in this situation? Thanks, Am I the a-hole aficionados. So I feel like this is like pretty cut and dry. Like, no. Like, I've never had this happen before, where like we taken seats and apparently people have like technically reserved them. Like, but it's pretty common that people try to reserve seats for people. But I feel like one way you can reserve a seat is if someone is there, but like I maybe like saving one seat with a towel like that's next to you. I feel like that's kind of like perfectly fine as long as you're sitting there. But if you reserve like a large group and try to like put like a piece of clothing and like a towel on there, like a large group of like things, and like leave it there for a long time, then yeah. But obviously they have not been there for over 2 hours, and they like never came back. No one stayed there to like watch their seats. stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty cut and dry that they are definitely not the a-hole in this situation, because it is like per hotel, like policy that you can't like reserve things using personal items. You have to go to the actual like front desk. Like, I went to a water park years ago, and my parents they like reserved like a couple cabanas just for my family and my like cousins and stuff, and it was like this big thing, and it was crazy. And like, that's the only way you can really like reserve seats, if you like reserve them ahead of time. So yeah, pretty cut and dry. Like, and if you guys want to chime in at all, like, or give like stories of your own about anything that's like similar to what's happened in these stories, let me know in the comments down below, and I will be happy to read them. Or if you guys have like a different opinion or something like that, let me know. Alright, this one. Alright, this one says, am I the a-hole? My partner is angry with me because they need to wake up at 6 a.m. for an exam, and I forgot to do so. Forgot, is it like those like singular quotes? Alright, and this one is labeled not the a-hole, so let's see. Alright, so we're both in our mid-20s. They're studying further while working and had an exam that started at 8 a.m. Last night, they had asked me to wake them up at 6 a.m. I promptly set an alarm for 6 a.m. It is usually set at 6:15, as that's when I wake up for work. At 5 a.m., our cat was scratching at the bedroom door to be let out. So we both woke for a few seconds. By the time I woke up and got to bed, they already had fallen back asleep. At 6 a.m. this morning, the alarm went off as normal, and I shook them awake. Their eyes opened, and they shifted in bed. I thought they were awake, and as such, I went back to sleep for a few minutes. At around 6:25, I woke up naturally and checked my phone and set the time, realizing that they were late. I exclaimed, wake up at 6:30. I rounded up. They probably woke up in the flash and started getting ready as I did to make coffee and breakfast for them. When they were done getting ready, we had an argument where they were super angry at the fact that I didn't wake them up on time. I responded in anger, asking that I woke them up at 6, but they fell asleep. Their response was that I wasn't waking someone up, and that they weren't up, and neither was I. Furthermore, their argument is also that they don't remember being woken up at 6, only at 5 when there was a noise. They also angrily mentioned that if they miss the exam, we will take another day off work to write the exam. As they already took weeks off for work for studying, I can understand their anger, and they interest me to wake them up at 5 a.m. and as such, being woken up nearly half an hour later would be infuriating, but I believe that they have no grounds to be angry at me, as they did not wake up when they needed to. Furthermore, they didn't take any responsibility to set their own alarms. Am I the a-hole here? So, as someone who has needed to wake up a lot, or who has set a lot of alarms, I can say that they are definitely not the a-hole here, because like, I have entrusted, like, living here, I have entrusted my mom sometimes to like wake me up, like, oh, wake me up at this time and all that. But like, as an adult, you need to be able to wake up on your own. Like, yes, you like having a partner, like, they can try to help you wake up, but ultimately it's your responsibility to wake yourself up. And they need to hold themselves responsible for not waking themselves up. And like, I don't know if it's like the autism in me, but if I wake up like at least like an hour before I have to wake up, I won't fall back asleep. Like, if I would have woken up at that 5 a.m., I would have just stayed up, got ready, and like been ready to go. Because like, I can't fall back asleep if there's like an hour left, because I'll be afraid to wake up and stuff like that. And usually you can't fall back asleep until for like an hour and a half. Like, you need at least up to an hour and a half to be able to at least try to fall back asleep. Or yeah, you need at least like an hour and a half, you need at least like half an hour. And like to actually get good effective sleep, you need to be at least asleep for at least an hour and a half. So like, if I were to, like, every time I set an alarm and I wake up like 45 minutes to an hour and a half early, I just wake up and stay up. Like, it'll give me more time to like kind of relax and be on my phone and stuff. So I would have just stayed up, got ready early, like been able to kind of pamper myself a little bit, and just like got up and maybe did like a little bit of extra studying before. Like, I understand maybe some people need more sleep, but for me, definitely not the a-hole, because that's their responsibility. Yes, you can, like, they can have extra help, but that's the responsibility ultimately falls on them to wake themselves up. And all you can do is just try to wake them up. They need like more, and like, did they even set alarms either? I don't know, but definitely not the a-hole here. But also, I've like set alarms, and like for some reason they never, like, I had one alarm, this was all the way back in like 2021, and I set an alarm, and I woke up and my class was already over. Thankfully it was an online class, and I was able to miss like a day, I think, of class before it started affecting my grade. So yeah, nothing really like that major. But yeah, like, especially if it's like that big of an exam that you took weeks off of work to like study for, I would have just stayed up. I would have just like woken up at 5 o'clock and stayed up. Alright, I think I want to end on this one. This one's gonna be a long one. Alright, am I the a-hole for leaving my stepdaughter's birthday party after my husband threw out the cake I made for her? Alright, I have been married to my husband, Jeff, for a year now. He has a daughter, 12, with his deceased wife. When I first met Jeff, it was obvious that he was struggling as a single parent. For my stepdaughter's birthday, he usually gets a cake from the bakery. This has been the case since her mom passed away. I thought I'd bake her a birthday cake for her 12th birthday. That was last week, as a gesture to show some motherly love and support. Jeff agreed, and he told me what his daughter's favorite flavors are and what she likes, and so on. I baked the cake in the flavor she likes and the icing she likes, but the one thing missing was the blueberries, and I couldn't include them because I went to the nearest store and they didn't have them. I was running out of time and couldn't get them, so I ended up just leaving the cake as of thinking it wouldn't be a big deal. The party started and Jeff was busy taking care of everyone else. He then came into the kitchen and asked me, where? He came into the kitchen and asked to see the cake before bringing it out. I showed it to him, and he got so angry when he saw that there was no blueberries on top. He went on and on about how I didn't fully commit to making the cake, and that he trusted me to take care of it, and just basically saying that he should have just ordered one from the bakery. We got into an argument, and he ended up taking it and throwing it in the trash can. I was stunned as he said, "You know what, forget it, I'll get it one from the bakery." Blew up at him and screamed at him. He told me to stop, but I went upstairs, got dressed, and left. Sorry about that, my mom was just saying goodnight. Alright, I was mumbling a lot, so let's start that paragraph order. Over. The party started and Jeff was busy taking care of everything else. He then came into the kitchen and asked to see the cake before bringing it out. I showed it to him, and he got so angry when he saw that there was no blueberries on top. He went on and on about how I didn't fully commit to making the cake and he trusted me to take care of it, and just basically saying that he should have just ordered one from the bakery. We got into an argument and he ended up taking it and throwing it in the trash can. I was stunned, and he said, "You know what, forget it, I'll get one from the bakery." I blew up and screamed at him. He told me to stop, but I went upstairs, got dressed, and left. He tried getting me to stay, but I refused and went to my parents. He later called and then texted texted about how I overreacted and hurt him and my stepdaughter by leaving. Also said that I created this situation by not properly making the birthday cake just because I didn't put blueberries on top. I refused to respond, but my parents say he was justified since he must have felt pressured from the stress of making his daughter happy on her birthday. He keeps trying to speak to me, but I don't respond. Am I the a-hole? Did I overreact? Definitely not, I would say, because literally, you did everything right, but just the blueberries on top. Like, I'll give like a little bit of like a crumb of like benefit of the doubt, saying like maybe because like this has been kind of like a cherished tradition to him after like his wife died, that he wanted to make it special. But like literally she's trying her best, and like, oh, like what he could have done had been like, hey babe, like maybe we'll like do a cake a little bit later than expected, and I'll go get the blueberry. I'll go to like a different store and look for blueberries and stuff like that, instead of like throwing a hissy fit and throwing the whole cake that she probably spent a long time on. Like, she could have like done everything completely different than what his daughter wanted, but she did everything right but the blueberries. And it's just like, why can't you be happy that she even did anything for her? Like, she could have just done nothing. And like, she went above and beyond to even just like ask like, oh, what does she enjoy in a cake? And like, obviously it's not going to be completely the same from the bakery, but just like give her a little bit of slack because she couldn't find the blueberries. But yeah, I would say not the eel here. So yeah, so that is going to be the end of the video. Sorry for the knocking, but alrighty, so I'm going to end the video here. So yeah, what did you guys think of these stories? And let me know if you have anything similar, or like, what are your opinions on any of the stories that I read to you today? And if you guys like have any other opinions that you can chime in with. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow the Instagram down in the doobly-doo. Now, without further ado, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hope you guys have a nice and safe day.